Hey guys, Paul here. So today I wanted to reflect a little bit on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel Xyz Festival that's been happening over the past week. So this is the first event to happen in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. A lot of us were definitely waiting for it because there was nothing but ranked before now. But yes, we have the Xyz Festival. The theme, of course, is that you're supposed to play decks with Xyz monsters. You can't play any other extra deck monster types, no fusions, no link monsters, no synchros. You have to just have Xyz monsters in your extra deck. And they even went the extra mile and addressed a few early concerns people were having by banning most main deck powerful sort of cards. So for instance, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is banned. Eldritch the Golden Lord is banned. That's what a lot of people were really concerned about. And even cards like Domain of the Monarchs for this event is banned because that would just be seen as too powerful. So this has made for a really fun event. I've been playing the Rika deck. It's one of my favorites. They're a very Xyz-centric strategy that I've liked for a long time. Alec has been playing a lot of it too. He's playing a Time Thief Utopia Automat deck. It's been a lot of fun for him. And all in all, I have to say that I really like this event. It's fun to see so many different Xyz strategies showing up. It's fun to see how certain existing powerful decks are maybe a little bit nerfed or have to sort of change their game plan. And there's been a lot of variety in that. So obviously, like I'm playing Rika and I faced lots of Madolche decks. I faced some really cool dinosaur decks that are actually having to make like Lagia and Dolka instead of just ending on Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. That's been kind of a neat thing. Lots of Lyrilusc decks, but they don't get to have the Tri-Brigade component. Obviously a lot of Zodiacs, just Phantom Knights, Madolche, all these different things show up. And for me, it's fun to see the variety because decks that were not always in the spotlight in the original sort of ranked play that just kind of got overshadowed by Adamancipators, Eldritch, Drytron are now getting some time to shine. And some of them are really strong. I definitely feel like Zodiacs are on the stronger end of the spectrum. The ZS or ZW Utopia strategy, that seems to be one of the more powerful ones. Like, there's definitely something of a metagame developing, but it doesn't feel like the gap between decks is super large. I've seen what I initially thought might have been like weaker strategies, like say maybe Melfi or something like that, for instance, still be able to hold its own. And I mean, I'm just playing Rika, which is kind of an average middle of the road Xyz strat. And I've been getting wins and losing to things that I didn't expect to lose to or beat. And so that's been really nice. I think that the fact that the event only lasts for a week has actually been something that's worked in its favor. So at first I thought, oh, that really sucks, it's only a week long. But actually, I think that that helps because it means that it doesn't have enough time to really get stale and have like a established metagame develop. Like I don't think anybody can necessarily point to like the very best deck in this format. And that's a good thing for me. Also, cards like Zeus are obviously extremely powerful. They actually limited it to one, which I think was a good call. But almost every deck is running Zeus. I think that just makes sense. It's an Xyz event, so obviously it's going to be the headliner card, since you can overlay it just with any Xyz monster after you've battled with one. And also Utopic Future Dragon seems to pop up a lot as a really powerful and sometimes troublesome boss monster to deal with. I like it, I have to say. I mean, I like Xyz summoning. It's probably my favorite extra deck mechanic. It's simple to use, but also still offers a good bit of depth and uniqueness. So, obviously any two monsters make an Xyz monster, and that's all good and well, but there are so many different ways that Xyz monsters sort of distinguish themselves from the pack. The fact that they don't have levels and the fact that they have this materials system makes for a lot of fun. Many Xyz monsters have effects that you can only use so many times because once they run out of material, well, that's kind of all that they can do. But then you could still maybe turn them into something like, a Zeus and still get some use out of the cards. Most Xyz decks have pretty linear, honest strategies in that it's like normal summon a monster, use its effect to summon something from your hand, overlay it to your Xyz monster, and it typically has like an effect that searches or an effect that does maybe something with battle. The games feel a little bit more honest and straightforward. Now, hand traps are still definitely a factor, so you have to be really careful of that, particularly things like Nibiru, since Xyz decks tend to like splatter a lot of cards out and it's not always safe against Nibiru. There aren't as many negations. There are plenty of Xyz monsters that have interruption effects, but not all that many have just straight up like negate, omni-negate type cards. And I think that's really good. It's made the duels feel a little bit more relaxed. More duels can have time to kind of play out. It's not just a make an unbreakable board thing. Usually at most you're staring down like 2 disruptions, but sometimes it's only like one, and I think that that makes this whole event really fun. The last thing I want to quickly touch on is the prizing structure. So this is basically just an exhibition event. You're not really getting ranked or anything. I mean, you can have a record of wins and losses, but for the most part, you're just playing. You get medals for playing, and you can exchange them for this Xyz pack that gives you some generic Xyz monsters that any deck can use. That's cool. You can't dismantle the cards though, so that sort of sucks. I think it's all right. There's also loner decks that let you play even if you don't have an Xyz strategy, so that's kind of fun to give people a way to quickly hop in and be able to do something. I think there's a Phantom Knights one, there's a Galaxy Photon one. So those are pretty neat. I think it would have been cool to have a ranked ladder and then just a casual exhibition mode, just to offer both for players. Would have been fun. And then of course there's the self-FTK deck that everybody talks about and nobody likes, where it just kills itself to farm for medals because you don't get medals for surrendering, so this is a faster way to get them. I don't really care for those strategies. I think it's silly. It takes the fun out of the game. If you're doing it, don't do that. But if you play against one, hey, it's free gems. This is all probably just a learning experience for Konami. I'm sure that they'll change this stuff and correct it for the next one, but right now I've been enjoying the Xyz Festival. All in all, it gets a thumbs up from me. I hope to see the next event come quickly so Master Duel can continue to be like exciting and new and offer lots of different ways to play. So let me know what you guys think about the Xyz Festival down in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. What decks are you playing? What do you face? What do you hate about it? What do you like about it? What do you want to see changed? How much do you hate self-FTK? All that. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Fast turn.